Hi guys, Shane Douglas here. I've been in the industry now of networking for 25 years. Built a team of over 200,000 distributors in 25 countries. But one of the things I get asked a lot about is how come there's so many people who join the industry, but a lot that are failing at the industry. And so I have the answer for you. I'm going to give you the solution of how you can stop and reduce those rates of failure and also be in a situation where you can be successful in the business. You know, one of the challenges with our industry is that people that are attracted to it are tired of working by the hour. They're tired of making not enough money. They don't think they're getting paid what they're worth, and they probably aren't. So I'd like to give all of my IBOs and representatives a little perspective and say, okay, if you want to make $100,000 a year, you got to make about $50 an hour if you're working by the hour. If you want to make $250,000 a year, you got to be somewhere around $125 an hour, because you're spending about 1,900 to 2,000 hours a year pursuing your job and pursuing income. Well, there's not a lot of jobs out there that are paying $50 and $125 an hour. You're at the $125 level, you're probably a doctor or an attorney or something like that. Now, if you want to make $1 million a year, well, that's you're swinging for the fences here. That's $500 an hour at a regular job. Well, I hate to tell you this, but there's probably no jobs out there for $500 an hour. So here's the thing, is if you want to make more income and you want to be in these areas, per hour is probably not the answer and it's probably not going to be available to you. So if your goals are in this neighborhood, what's your plan? What's your plan to do it? Well, it's home-based business. That's why you're watching this video, is because you see there's unlimited potential at home-based business because it's based on your effort. It's based on what you do. There's no ceiling. You can write your own check if you're willing to put the effort out there. Now, I was reading an article the other day on inkfile.com, and they were talking about home-based business right here in America. Every 12 seconds, somebody joins a home-based business. And when you think about that, that is phenomenal. That's like 7,200 a day people that are joining in. And 70% of Americans said that they would rather work for themselves than someone else. And we know that's true now, but we also know that some people shouldn't work for themselves because they're not willing to give the effort. They're not motivated enough to do it. They just want the money, they just don't want the effort. But the industry in a whole did $427 billion last year. So is it a good industry? Absolute. How many $427 billion industries do you know of? There's not many. But again, it comes down to home-based business is a numbers game. The average person that joins a home-based business today will put 3 people or less in front of it. And I can tell you right now, they're going to fail. You can't put 3 people in front of the business and succeed. It's not possible. But it's the averages. And that's, I think, a lot of the reasons why this happens is because it's not something we're taught growing up. We're not taught how to build a home-based business. So a lot of people are very apprehensive about it. And so some people come to this business in this arena with skills that are good for this arena. But a lot of people don't have those skills initially because they've never done it before. They lack confidence. Maybe they failed in the past at a home-based business. And so that's a challenge. And, probably the number one challenge is most people don't want to speak in front of a room or in front of people. And so you have to have a way for people to succeed. So you can't be talent driven in this business. See, if I'm talented, I can go make a paycheck in the industry, but I can never build a business because most of the people joining my team are people that are new to the industry, or they're people that have never done anything like this before. They don't have a lot of confidence, so they want to be able to have support tools. So you got to have funneling systems, especially in this day and age with all the social media out there. Funneling systems fix all these concerns. All you need to do is be active to run a funnel. Now, what a funnel really is a way to give information to someone who may or may not be interested. And then what you're going to do is move them through this funnel. And I'm going to show you how this works here in a second in order to find the right people. Now, when we put people in the funnel, it could be your contacts from your own cell phone, people that you meet, referrals, maybe your advertising or something like that. When we put those people in the funnel, they're called suspects. They're not even prospects because they don't even know if they want to do something like this until they see information. So the first step is getting in front of the information. Now they become a prospect only if they want to pursue questions, if they want to go farther, maybe look at more information. Well, they actually become a lead to you when they actually contact you or you contact them and they have questions about joining the business. That's when you have a legitimate lead. And finally in the funnel is you enroll them. See, you have to have a system to build a large team because most people, like I said before, will not have the natural skills initially when they come to the business. They have to learn that stuff because, again, we don't get taught this in high school anywhere or in college. So you can't make your business about being talent driven. People that do that, I'm going to tell you who they are, and you've seen them before. They come into a home-based business, they kill it for about the first 6 months, they make a lot of money, and then all of a sudden you don't see them anymore. They're gone. Well, the reason they're gone is they did it based on their talent. They didn't have anything to help their new people with. They didn't have that talent. So they moved on to something else. So the suspects we're going to come across in this industry are, there's 25% of the people, they don't believe in home-based business, they don't see it, they're fine with a job, they think that's actual security in their life and they get a paycheck every week and you're just not going to see it. So that's fine. They go into the funnel and they kind of jump out of the funnel because they have no clue or want nothing to do with this whatsoever. Now we have 50% of the population, they'll see it, they might even join you, but they're going to give lackluster effort. And those are the people that really have no business owning any kind of business. Because you got to be self-driven. The reason you're watching this video is you're an entrepreneur, you're trying to find different ways to build a business, and that's why you're here. And you're probably in the 20% tile, or maybe even 5%, what I'm going to show you in a second. 20% of the people will see it and pursue it, and they'll achieve in the business model. They're going to actually go out and achieve something because that's what they intend to do and that's what they're doing. Now there's the 5%ers of people, they're leaders. They see it, they pursue it, and they help others see it and pursue it. And that's what makes your organization grow. But you got to get to those people first. You can't put, 3 people in front of the business and expect to have some type of success story. So in my business, because our company offers services like cell phones, internet, TV, home security, gas and electricity, credit card services, we're in the service business. So it's pretty simple for us to reach out to someone on the first step of the funnel. So what I teach everyone to do when they come in is I go to your contact list. Now, a lot of people have 100 people in their cell phone. They might have 1,000, maybe even more. And we'll do a simple text, something like, hey, John, I met a guy the other day that has a program that really reduces cell phone bills with the major carriers. Any interest in the info? And that's it. So it took no skill whatsoever, right? It only took effort. He texted it out, sent it to his entire contact list. So I've achieved the number one goal right away, which is getting my new team members to reach out to more than 3 people. In fact, they're not reaching out to probably less than 100. So their chances are much greater that they'll succeed. If that person gets a positive response, they're going to text number 2. It's going to say, great, go to www.whatever.com, our funnel system. All the info's there already. I set up my cell phone. It's great. So they edified the information so the person would go to the funnel. Well, now what happens is they go to the funnel. Now, what if it's somebody who's in cold market, somebody you just meet, maybe at an event or a play or a PTA meeting or whatever? You might just create some small talk. Hi, how you doing? How come you're here? Is your son in the play? Whatever it is, small talk. And then you're going to say, hey, you seem super sharp. Do you mind me asking, what do you do for a living? That's the best question you can ever ask in home-based business because it gives you an idea of where they're at in life and what's going on in their life as well. Well, after they've said that and they've had a good response, you just say, hey, I don't know if you'd be interested or not, but our company's expanding into the area and we're always looking for sharp people. I could give you my card if you're interested to check out our website and the information. Now, guys, if they start asking questions, just say, hey, I don't want to bog you down here. We're at this event, whatever it is. Just check out the website. If you like it, just reach out to me. I'd be happy to point you in the right direction. And that's it. See, it's important to understand that this is a suspect. This is someone we don't know if they'd be interested in home-based business or even in our service or product. So we're sending them to information. It's important because you're not skilled yet enough probably to give it. And even if you were, you want to use the funnel because it's duplicatable. It's something that you can teach. Now in our system, what we do is I provide the funneling system for our entire team. It's free for them. So because I want them to put as many people in front of the business as possible. So they do the same thing I just showed you there and they send them to this website. Well, what happens now is this suspect watches a 1-minute video that gives a sky level overview of our company, the ability to get free wireless service or whatever it is. If they like what they see, they enter their information to the right here. That's step 3. Now they've actually became a legitimate lead because they've given me something back, their information. They like the 1 minute video. Most people watch a 1 minute video for 99% of the time because it's so short and entertaining. Once they press submit, it takes them to our second page, which is the actual presentation. Now we keep our presentation super short, 6 minutes, that's it. Crystal clear, easy to watch, easy to understand. And so what happens now is at this point, one of three things are gonna happen. One, they're gonna enroll. Or two, they have questions. Or three, they're still not interested, okay? So either way, it took me no skill to get this information in front of the person. It took effort, right? So if we enroll them, it's great. We move on to our next step, which we have a 15-minute launch training that they get to watch, write down their questions, and then we answer those questions. So it's very systematic. The training's the same. The information's the same. You can do it the same in Nebraska as you do it in California, as you do it in Florida, as you do it in Germany. It's all the same. Okay, so that's our system. Now, when you think about it, on a system-driven place like this, and this reason it works is, let's say that everyone you know that you bring into the business has 100 contacts and that's it. They send out their text. Well, what happened is you've already got them to do more than they ever would have done, I promise you. But most importantly is we find in our system about half the people that receive the text has some kind of interest, whether it's a question or they actually go to the link and take a look. Now from there, we find that 20% of our contacts end up becoming some type of a customer or eventually become a customer of one of our services, which is great because we get customers and we get people who want to build a business who gather customers. That's what we do. Okay, the second part we find out is about 10% of the people become business partners with us. They join the team. But here's where the leverage starts paying off for you in your business is now these 5 new team members, they send out to their contacts 100 texts. Same thing, simple, easy approach, but you as the upline person now, as a person who's in the business, regardless if you've had success in your past or not, it doesn't matter. 500 texts just went out to inform people of what you have to offer. See, that's the most important part is you're gaining leverage. We do a home-based business to gain leverage income-wise, but we also do a home-based business to gain leverage on the amount of contacts we have. So imagine if your team is 100 big or 1,000 big or 10,000 big and everyone's using the same system. How many people do you think are being expanded and reached out to about what you have to offer? I hope this video helps because I know that if you're motivated in the home-based business and you have a good company and you have a good system, then you can make it. You can win. There's no chance that you can't win here. But you got to be able to have a system in place for the people that are wanting to try this for the first time or that have failed in the past and just want to use their ambition towards something exciting. If you have any questions, my information is down below. You can email me, you could go to my website and call me, whatever you want to do, and I'd be happy to answer any questions you have. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope it helps you build a great business. Talk to you soon.